In a world where beauty standards are often defined by social media trends and celebrity endorsements, the color of your skin can sometimes feel like a detriment or of self-esteem, or deterrent, I should say, of self-esteem and confidence. While some pursue lighter skin tones through bleaching, others seek a darker complexion via tanning. Both ends of the spectrum can come with serious health risks that need to be considered. According to Doctor Dilshaad Asmal, a dermatologist at Mediclinic, the desire to lighten one's skin stems from deep-rooted socio-cultural and psychological factors. The many cultures, including Indian, Asian, and African communities, lighter skin has historically been associated with beauty, status, and even marital prospects. Global media continues to reinforce this ideal, portraying lighter skin as more attractive or aspirational. Dr. Asmal joins us this morning to further unpack this phenomenon. Dr. Asmal, thank you for joining us. It's good to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about some of the most common bleaching practices. What are they?
Well, basically, the most common would be the use of hydroquinone, which is your #1 skin bleacher worldwide. This basically is a product that lightens skin and will generally lighten you while you're using it, but with long-term overuse, you get a paradoxical effect where the hydroquinone makes you light initially, but then you go darker, and then you can get a condition called ochronosis, which is blue-black pigmentation on the face as a result of hydroquinone overusage. You can also use topical steroids. Steroids basically are found to lighten the skin, but the detrimental side effects of long-term use is skin thinning, redness of the skin, and skin sensitivity. You can also use mercury-based products, and these also have side effects in that it can affect your kidneys and your central nervous system. So there are an array of topical therapy that you can use with the detrimental side effects. And also there's these IV bars that have IV glutathione that also has risks to it.
Yeah. There certainly is a lot of risks associated. The risk of beauty, and that's the reality, is that, you know, this has been around for centuries. It certainly has been. And I mean, it's been, as we said in the introduction, you know, related and linked to beauty and status. How far back does this actual ideal go?
I think it's for centuries. Yeah. Literally, I am Indian, and you will find that if you go to India or places like this, Asia, they actually have the skin lightening products in big billboards, portraying that lightness of skin is what is necessary. Even in the African cultures, you know, they use the little statement of, if you are light, you are bright. And in all the cultures, Indian, Asian, and African, lightness of color is considered to be the ideal norm.
And the reality is that, you know, there is certainly a link within self-dignity and the mental well-being of an individual who is aspiring to lighten one's skin. Because if you don't, this highes your risk of anxiety, and you're not beautiful, you have a low esteem, you get depression. I mean, I know you're a dermatologist, but I imagine these are the kind of things that you stories you hear of people saying, well, you know, I wanted to be beautiful, so I did it, and now I've got to face the repercussions of this. And it can lead to terrible mental illnesses.
I think, look, the whole ideal is to be lighter. So when it doesn't happen, then the instant gratification that someone wants is obviously not there anymore. They feel really emotionally distressed. They feel depressed. They feel anxious. They feel that they're not going to fit into the societal norm. They have low self-esteem. They think that a product that was supposed to give them what they want and what they need has actually failed them. So there's a whole long list of factors psychologically that can affect them. Yeah. And like you said, low self-esteem, but also the acceptance, to be accepted by society in that you fulfill the norms of what is considered to be attractive. they don't feel that they fit into society anymore.
Yeah.
They don't feel that they are culturally in a zone of being accepted by their peers.
This is a global phenomenon. It's not something that is unique here in South Africa. This happens everywhere. But what I want to ask you, and then we're going to get into the proper crux of the dangers, but in terms of who it affects, I mean, obviously there's a perception that it's mostly women. Is this the wrong kind of perception? Do men also do this?
I think that primarily it is women that do the skin bleaching, but there is a small percentage of men that also will do it. But the female preponderance is far greater than the male usage of the skin bleaching items.
Yeah. So you did already start speaking about some of the very dangerous ingredients that are in there. And we speak about hydroquinone, mercury, steroids. I mean, these are some of the, which I imagine are even banned substances that should not be used in any of these products, and yet they are. Let's talk about the massive, massive dangers of these and what they can actually do to your skin and the long-term negative impacts.
Well, it all comes to instant gratification and the need to become beautiful and lighter skinned. So hydroquinone has been used for decades, and its primary use is lightness of skin bleaching. Now, hydroquinone can actually be used by a dermatologist in a controlled setting, but the setting that the majority of people get it from would be the local shops. Hydroquinone initially depigments you, but because it depigments you, the patient feels that they need to carry on so that they continue to look light-skinned. But long-term usage of hydroquinone causes hyperpigmentation of the skin, which is darkness of the skin, and then a terrible condition called ochronosis, which is a bluish-black pigmentation of the face that is irreversible.
Sure.
So if I see a patient with ochronosis, it really breaks my heart to tell them that there's very little you can do, even if you go the laser route. Your other topical therapies that you can use would be corticosteroids with the side effects that I mentioned earlier, like redness of skin, skin sensitivity and thinning of the skin. And also mercury-based products, like mentioned, can give you kidney side effects together with nervous system side effects.
This is frightening. This is absolutely frightening. I don't think people realize how dramatic this is. Do we know the kind of age groups we're dealing with when it comes to skin lightening and bleaching? There's obviously age, race, gender, geography. Do we know the facts around this?
I think in before, it was considered to be more the older female, maybe late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. But now with social media and the influencers and the celebrities, you find that younger and younger females are using these products to actually lighten skin because they are bombarded every day by social media standards and seeing their celebrities and their influencers having it all. And these celebrities and influencers use filters to make them look lighter. But the general population doesn't know this. They think that the person is light-skinned because they use these products.
Oh, you're so right. You're so right. These filters are insane. They are. I mean, and it makes you look flawless and perfect and lighter and everything that you dream you look like. And yet, honestly, they don't look like that, and that's the reality. There's very quickly they're going to shout at me. Two more questions I need to ask you, but if we can be quick on the answers. How attainable are these products in South Africa? I mean, particularly the illegal and unregulated ones.
Very common in the informal sector.
Yeah.
You can literally go into a shop and buy it over the counter, and the shopkeeper is only interested in profits. So obviously, they'll have it out there, and all you do is you go into the shop, pick it up, and there you have it.
Sure. In other words, we have a lack of regulation because if it's there, it's out there, it's on the shelves. you've got to know the authorities need to do something about that, and that's the one. This is another conversation on its own, is the fact that, I mean, listen, I do this, tanning. I mean, I want to look darker. I want to go on holiday. I want to lie in the sun. I want to lie on beds. I want to use tanning products to make my skin look darker. That's how bad we are as humans. You got those who want to look lighter and those who want to look darker. I'm part of the darker community. I just want to look tanned and healthy and beautiful. But that's not it. That is as dangerous for your skin.
Well, tanning basically gives you that ideal of looking good and looking healthy. But the long-term side effects of UV radiation, basically UVA and UVB radiation, can cause skin cancer. It can cause your cellular DNA damage. It can cause increased wrinkling, sagging of the skin. It can cause basically long-term. I remember Bridget Bardot, when I was growing up, was a sex ideal. But when she died, she looked like a Shar-Pei dog.
Okay, I'm going to keep that in my mind, Doc. If I want to look like a Shar-Pei dog in a few years' time, I better stop lying in the sun. You've given us some unbelievable thoughts. What about those darkening creams? Are they good for you or not? You know, the ones, the quick tans?
Generally, they're not good for you because they have chemicals in them. So you actually have to pick up a product that's considered to be safe and has been regulated by SAPRA or by the FDA.
Okay.
So it's important that you actually investigate the product that you will be using for tanning, rather than going blind and see, oh, this is on the shelf, let me buy it.
Yeah.
So you actually have to go in there knowing you need to be responsible and pick the right product.
Dr. Dilshaad Asmal, invaluable information here, dermatologist at Mediclinic, talking to us about the dangers of skin bleaching as well as tanning and those products that give you a nice glow. Are they good for you or not? Well, you better look at the back so that you can actually see.